Hey everyone, so I'm going to show you a short video on how to do today's work. It's page 28 in your iReady packet. It's similar to what we did a few days ago when we were finding the missing fractions and numerators when we were multiplying to make equivalent fractions. So again, you're going to be filling in the missing number or fraction. It's just we're adding this time instead, which is really easy adding because all our denominators are the same. So let's look at one example. Let's say I have 2/9 plus 4/9. Now the first thing we're supposed to do when we add and subtract fractions is check that our denominators are the same. So they're both 9 and 9. If they weren't, we'd have to find a common denominator. But thankfully, all of these, they have the same denominator. So it tells us that it's still going to be 9 in my answer. Now, the only thing I have to figure out is the missing numerator for my answer. So I'm just going to go right across the top. So I have 2 plus 4. My missing number would be 6. So when you fill it in on your Google Doc, you just write the number 6. Easy. Now, 2 through 9, you have to find the missing fraction. Now, the missing fraction could be the answer, or it could be part of the problem. So I'm going to show you both ways. So let's say I have 1/5 plus 2/5, and then my answer, both the numerator and denominator are blank. Well, again, all of these have the same denominator, so I don't have to find a common denominator. I just have to remember that it stays the same in my answer. So the denominator here is 5. That means my answer, the denominator, is 5. Then all I have to do is go across the top and add. So I have 1 plus 2 is 3. So my answer would be 3/5. How I fill this in on my Google Docs is you do 3/5. Try not to put any spaces or anything. Just do 3/5. All right, now let's see what it looks like when it's a part of the problem and not the answer. Then you have to try to, think backwards sometimes. So let's say I have 3/7 plus something is equal to 5/7. So first thing I can do is go across the bottom and look at my denominator because it's a 7 here, it's a 7 there, it should be a 7 here. So I'm going to fill that in. Then all I have to do is figure out the top missing piece. So I'm thinking to myself, 3 plus what is going to be 5? Well, 3 plus 2 is going to be 5. So my answer would be 2/7. So when I fill it in my Google Doc, I'm just going to do 2/7. Now that's how it is for the, I think it's 2 through 9. After 9, it gets a little bit different. So 10 through 12, you have 2 missing numerators. And there's multiple answers that you could end up having for this. So for example, say my fraction is something 12ths plus 4/12 equals something 12ths. So these could be multiple different numbers as long as when you add it across, it is true. So say I want to pick any random number to put here. Say I want to pick 3. Then I would just have to solve. So 3 plus 4 is 7. So when I fill this in on my Google Doc, I would do the missing numbers in the order that you see them from left to right. I have 3 and I have 7. Don't use the word and, use a comma or just put a space. Like you can do 3,7, you could do 3 space 7, don't make it 37. Either way, this way it'll accept your answer, but I'll actually probably have to review these because everyone could have different answers here. I'll show you again to show that it could be more than one answer. So I had something 12ths plus 4/12 equals something 12ths. It really just depends on what you fill in this first box. So the first time I picked 3. Let's say I picked, I don't know, 7 this time. Okay, that's fine as long as when I add this matches. So 7 plus 4, that's going to be 11. So as long as going across it's true, that could be an answer. So there's multiple answers. So this time my answers are 7 and 11. Number 13, you have to find 3 numbers. So I have a fraction with a missing numerator. Let's say it's 9 plus another fraction. Let's say this is 4/9. Well, we'll leave this blank because it has 3 blanks. Equals something ninths. So the top numbers, there's multiple answers, but this number, everyone should have the same number because we're talking about denominators. And when we add and subtract, the denominator always stays the same. So if it's a 9 here and a 9 here, it has to be a 9 here. Now the top, that can be different because say I pick, I don't know, 1 here. Then I have to do 1 plus 4 is 5. So my answers going from left to right, I have 1, 9, and 5. So you can do it like this on the Google form or just do spaces. You don't have to put the commas. Either way will work. If you have any questions, just let me know.